Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. My name is Dina Danielle and today I am talking about my move. I have lived in LA for 7 years and I have mixed feelings about it. You can watch my video about speaking in more detail about LA and the pros and cons, and I'll cover it briefly in this video. So I live in Koreatown, which is not something that I've mentioned before just because I like to have my privacy, but because I'm moving this month, I am happy to tell you where I'm living, what neighborhood, and I have lived here for 4 years in 2 different apartments. I've been in this apartment for a year, and the other apartment that I had when I lived by myself was a studio apartment, and I lived there for 3 years. It was at the edge of Koreatown, right next to Larchmont, and it was a nice area because Larchmont is very quiet, and I would go on walks almost daily there, and it's just like there's big houses, lots of palm trees, it's beautiful. But Koreatown is very loud. I hear sirens all the time. Car alarms go off, people yelling in the streets. I don't know, it's just crazy. There's a lot of homelessness, which is very sad to see, very, very sad to see. You can see people like shooting up on the sidewalk, people that are living in tents, people, you know, constructing, like they have their entire house, they bring in furniture onto the sidewalk in their tent or their tarp, you know, like they really have a whole living room set up. It's pretty wild, like dresser, bed, chair, desk, everything. And that is definitely one of the downsides of living in Los Angeles, I would say in most neighborhoods, but yes, definitely like downtown, Westlake, Koreatown, those neighborhoods, you're going to experience, oh my God. Oh my God. That was insane. Okay, I can't, wow. That just makes me want to move even more. That is wild. Okay, that was like the biggest earthquake that I think I've experienced in LA. The whole building shook and I actually felt an earthquake. Ooh, okay, I need to breathe. Oh my God. So I felt an earthquake last week, and it's crazy because I am in a new building that was built, I think like 4 years ago. So in other buildings that I've lived in, you feel the earthquake more. In my last apartment, I was on the 8th floor and the whole building would kind of like shake, which just now the building definitely shook. Everything in the room shook. I was just in shock. As you can see, I did not really react well. Like, I forget what you're supposed to go into a door frame because that's the structure is better or something and you're more protected. I didn't do that. I just sat here on the couch. So if the big one comes, I am not going to be doing well with that, clearly. That is one of the things about living in LA, which isn't so nice. You experience earthquakes, and I'd say I've probably experienced under 10, and they happen all the time. Some of them you feel, some of them you don't. Anyways, so back to Koreatown. Yeah, there's also really nice things about living in Koreatown. It's a very walkable neighborhood. There's a lot of coffee shops and restaurants and good places to go out and eat, good places to just go out and have a drink or go party. It's really a lot of fun, but for me, it's like the chaos never stops. It's 24/7, and I grew up in a small town that was very quiet, and I want to not move back there, but just move to a quieter location. I am not sure where we are going to move. We are definitely leaving this apartment. The lease ends at the end of the month, and I have already started getting rid of stuff, selling furniture. I haven't really started packing yet, but just going through the closets and getting rid of as much as possible. So, because I don't know where I'm going to be living next month, maybe I should try it out. I ended up getting a house sit for the month of September. Yeah, so I got a house sit in Portland, which is where my sister and my nephew live. So I thought it would be nice to just drive up there and spend some time with them. So that is the plan for September. I'm going to be staying in this really nice house with a dog that I'll be taking care of. And it's just giving me an opportunity to travel, to see family, spend some time in a different place without needing to like rent an Airbnb for a month, because that can be pricey. So that's what I'm doing for September. And after that, I don't really know. I'm putting all my stuff into everything that I'm not selling into a U-Box, a U-Haul U-Box. So you can rent it's like an 8x7 box, it's 5x8 and then 7 feet tall. And you can fit as much as like a studio apartment. We have a 1-bedroom, but it's pretty small and I'm getting rid of some furniture. So you can fit all your stuff into the U-Box. They come and deliver it. They're going to have to drop it off on the street, which hopefully is fine, and we can like find a spot for it. That's the other thing about Koreatown. Parking on the street is so difficult. Luckily, I have had a spot in both of my apartments, a garage spot, that I have had to pay for. And so yeah, they're gonna drop it off on the 29th and pick it up on the 30th. So that gives us about 12 to 24 hours to load everything in. And then they also will store it for you. So they're gonna store it somewhere in Los Angeles, and it's $80 a month for storage. It's $99 for the drop off and the pickup. And then you also need to pay insurance if you want to insure your stuff, which obviously I do, which depending on how much insurance you get is like $10 or $11 to, I don't know, it goes up to like $30 per month for the insurance. So that's what I'm doing. I know my stuff will be in storage for at least a month, and then the idea is kind of to like explore other places and also see where I can get more work or a full-time job. Right now I have one client for social media advertising that I'm working with, but it's like a few hours a week and I really need something that's more steady. I haven't had a steady job since December of 2023, which is really crazy. And trust me, I have applied, when I tell you, thousands of jobs. I am not exaggerating. And I have had hundreds of interviews. And that's probably like a whole nother video in itself, so I won't get too deep into it, but trust me, I am trying. And it's just not easy to find a job right now. So if I got a job in Portland, we would move there. If I got a job in Nashville, we would move there. If I got a job in Atlanta, like really it doesn't matter to me at this point. Like there are some places I definitely do not want to live, but if I get a job offer, I'm moving there. So right now it's nice to just hang out with family. I don't get to see my sister and my nephew that much, and just be in a new place. So yeah, that's the plan. I have sold some of my furniture, and by the end of this month, I will have sold a little bit more furniture just because there's some things that I'm not attached to. And when we do move into a new place, I want to be able to buy some new furniture that I like a little bit better. And yeah, I don't really know what the future holds, but I do feel good about this move. I do feel good about leaving this apartment. It's actually not the apartment that we applied for. It's in the building that we applied for, but we thought we were applying for a different layout. So when we moved in, they were like, this is your apartment. And we're like, no, it's not. We applied for a different unit, and that unit was no longer available, and I had already given notice at my old place, so we had no choice but to move into this unit. So we liked the building, but we've never really liked the unit. The unit that we originally applied for was supposed to be bigger. It had like a L-shaped kitchen, which would have been nice to have more kitchen space, kitchen counter, like a place to sit down and eat. So I just feel really ready to close this, at least Koreatown chapter. I don't know if we're gonna stay in LA. I don't know if we're gonna stay in California, Southern California. I don't know if we're gonna stay in California at all. It really just depends on what happens in the next month or next few months. I'm okay with kind of being like nomadic for a little bit. And I think that I could probably do that for like a month to 3 months before I get really antsy and feel like I need a place to settle down. I've done that in the past. I love to travel. I love to explore new places and see new cities and just, be with friends and family. So I'm trying to look at this as an opportunity to do that, which I think it definitely is. And when you have a full-time job and you need to go into the office, it's so much harder to do that. So I'm just taking this opportunity right now to do that and work on some creative projects. But yeah, I feel like I have been wanting to leave LA for a while, and it is finally happening, and it feels like kind of a weight off my shoulders and just like a letting go that has needed to happen for a long time. So that's just a little update on my life, and I will update you guys more maybe like when we're moving and I get to Portland and make more videos. Definitely a focus on YouTube for the next few months is what I want to do. So if you haven't yet, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. If you want to hear more about LA and reasons why I'm leaving, I can get into that. But yeah, for now, it's just because K-Town is crazy. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.